Yo, what's good, everyone? Yeah, I hope everyone's all right. Yeah, Liverpool 2, Tottenham 2. Well, what can you say? Like, the moment that we don't have our main midfield, this is what happened. It's not an excuse, it's an observation. We couldn't control the game with Morton as the six, Milner and Keita as the eights. They just didn't have the legs compared to her. Even if we had a Hendo, it might have been better for us. But these things happen. COVID, what can you do about it? I wasn't against the game going ahead. I feel like you have to play the games you can, because even if you stop the league for, I don't know, 2 weeks, where's the guarantee of COVID going away after that? There was just no point. So I'm glad the game went on. However, the decisions, poor Teeny. These refs are just so poor. They're just so poor at their jobs. I don't know what else to say. They're crap. They don't know what they're doing, and they're just incompetent. Because let me just say it straight up. I don't think we deserve to win that game. The balance of play, Tottenham should have been, they should have been clear. They should have been clear in the first half, 3-0, 4-0. They had that much clear-cut chances compared to us. Yeah, Robbo missed a clear header, but it is what it is. They had the better chances. They might have deserved something in this game. I think they do, personally. And the referees just didn't make it any better, because there was a clear-cut penalty for Diogo Jota, who scored an absolute banging header. Like, that's what we expect from him now. He's just that good. The ref didn't even look at it in the screen. Just pathetic refereeing, pathetic from the people in VAR. Like we've always said, it's not VAR that's the problem, it's people that are controlling it. It's just ridiculous. What else? There was the Andy Robertson red card, deservingly a red card. However, I feel like we're hard done by, because the red card from Harry Kane, that should have been a red card as well. But yeah, there's no consistency in this game anymore. I don't know what else to say. These guys are shit at their jobs. This is bullshit. Man City are 3 points ahead. There's not all is lost. Let's not go all fully emo. Everything's not lost. We can still catch up to Man City, but it feels like not only do we have to beat Man City, we have to beat VAR as well, and we have to beat the refs. It's actually ridiculous, and I'm just sick of it. Anyway, yeah, that's me. That's me. This is a short one. I'm just deflated. I feel like we could have won this game, but like I said, I don't feel like we deserved it. It is what it is. We've got Leicester in the cup, I think, and then we've got Leeds. I think we can beat both of those teams. So yeah, let's do it, man. See you later.
What's going on, people? I'm just still fuming, man. How the main talking point is, how was that not red when Kane nearly ended Robertson's career? Like, where was VAR then? Where was this referee then? That could have changed the whole game. That could have changed the whole game, because it was a straight red. Yeah, no excuses. They just did it because that referee is so incompetent, and the VAR, they just want to get involved. I'm just fuming, guys. But also, like, Tottenham, like, bum club, bum team. Like, they're nobodies when it comes to Liverpool. And I'm not being arrogant. I'm talking from factual, with evidence, yeah? Tottenham, as a football club, is nobody near Liverpool Football Club, yeah? So you can have your moment. You drew with Liverpool. You won that cup now. So celebrate that. But it was absolutely disgusting, guys. It was so bad, embarrassing. We just have to move on now. But I think City will run away with the league now. There's one thing guaranteed: when City go on a run, nothing can stop them. We might again end up 1 point behind them. But yeah, really annoyed. Big up everyone. Big up Kopish. We just gotta move.
Big up Team Kopish. Big up to all the viewers and everyone who sends in their match reviews on a regular basis. Yeah, just a shout out to everyone. So we go to White Hart Lane to face Antonio Conte's resurgent Spurs team. So overall, for me, like I had to wake up at 3:30 in the morning just to watch the game because that's when the game kicks off in Melbourne, Australia, and you know, having to go the rest of the day, like work wise and everything else. If you pick up, the 3 points, you don't care about how the night went, the lack of sleep and all of that. But then when you don't pick up the 3 points and maybe just get lucky with 1 point or even lose the game, the day goes as it's just going the way it is for me, where I'm like, what could we have done better? How could we have restricted Spurs from scoring, and how could we have better managed the game? So overall, massive shout out to Allison. He was amazing. He was just immense. The number of times he bailed us out. Yeah, yeah, totally incredible. So the goal that Son scored, I can't really hold that against him. He did his best. He was trying. I do think though, Matip could have done a bit better. Maybe chase down Son, put Son on a bit of a pressure. Maybe do those last ditch sliding tackles that Konate does to clear the ball off the line, or at least try and attempt something rather than just jogging. But now speaking of Konate, he was really good. This is his second game running, and he has been really performing well. So good on Konate. Um, my man of the match was Robertson. I think he had a really incredible game. Apart from his the red card, which is unfortunate, especially because Kane should have, at least got a VAR check for his tackle on his high shin tackle on Robertson. So yeah, I feel for Robbo. He assisted the first goal for us, and then he scored the header for the Trent cross. He was having a decent game. So yeah. Anyways, for our front lads, Jota does what Jota does. He pops out of nowhere and he'll just score one of his headers, his trademarks. I think Mane had a really good game. I he for me, like he seemed really eye catching against Spurs. Trying to take on Royal, trying to play 1-2 passes and keep the pressure on the Spurs team. He was pretty good as well. He didn't get his goal, but look, sometimes it's not about the goal. Sometimes it's about what you do, apart from it. And he was doing everything else, especially when he stood up for Robbo when Robbo was getting pushed by Skip and the other Spurs players trying to barge in. Mane was the first one to go and push them and be like, "Hey, chill." So yeah, I like that. That's the team spirit. That's the unity we need. Salah had one of those days where, look, he's getting man marked the entire time by two or maybe even three at times. And it's not like Salah got any clear chances apart from the one where, the header where he hit with his hand. But yeah, look, that was also not that good of a chance. So yeah, it was one of those days for Salah. Overall, happy with the point because, like I said, we went to White Hart Lane. We're playing against Antonio Conte's new Spurs team, which he's trying to form them into like this proper compact and defensive unit. And they had a proper rest. They had what, maybe Hoiberg from the main team missing. Apart from Hoiberg, if I'm not mistaken, there wasn't many more. And so yeah, look, our midfield wasn't the best. The combination we had. I feel like if we just had Henderson instead of maybe Milner or Morton, I think we would have won this game. We would have cruised it. Not by a big goal margin, but at least we would have won the game and been more in control. Anyway, guys, like we move, we chin with our head held high. Let's just keep going. These sort of things happen, and let's move. See ya.
Yes, Kopish, how's it going? So Tottenham 2, Liverpool 2. And yeah, I don't know. I don't really know how I feel about this, to be honest. I mean, I want to feel more furious with the incompetence of Portini and his VAR compatriot Chris Kavanagh. I don't know. I don't know why I'm not fuming. We should be. We should be fuming that Harry Kane wasn't sent off. This is a game-defining moment. But I think because on the balance of play, and I think because we had a man sent off, and I think because maybe we could have lost the game and Spurs missed a lot of their chances, even though we also had several chances. And I think because it was an away game at Spurs, and I think because we had the lineup that we had, maybe we can accept a 2-2 draw. But the reality is that this is now 2 points dropped, and Man City are 3 points ahead of us. And at the end of the day, that's the way it is. And it's a real kind of piss take because, you know, I just feel that perhaps we could have fared, and we would have fared better with a stronger team. And no doubt about that. I wasn't too impressed with Tottenham, to be honest. I think the first half performance, we showed them up quite a lot. And I'm very happy we were able to go to half time at level. And I think we could have, perhaps kind of sprung forward in the second half. But it was, as Klopp said, he wasn't too pleased with the second half. Yeah, I don't really know. I mean, it was a great game. I was lucky enough to go to it, and it was a fantastic atmosphere. A great showing from the Liverpool fans. Obviously, even in COVID times, the game was allowed to go ahead. So, obviously you're entitled to bring fans and create a big atmosphere and show support for the team. Obviously, in keeping with the law and all of this stuff. Obviously, the Spurs Stadium was a great stadium, to be fair. Newly built, and really has kind of changed the kind of stadium experience, if you like. I just think that's just an interesting subject, like football stadiums and the experience you have at different ones, and like kind of the atmospheres that they create, and like the kind of, you've got the modern stadium design and architecture versus kind of old school, kind of uncomfortable, kind of like worn down kind of stadiums. But then you have those that tend to create more of a kind of hostile atmosphere. It's an interesting discussion. I quite like that element of like the football fan and the football scene. But anyway, aside from that, I don't know. It was an exciting game. I should fume a bit more, because the Kane, it's just I don't know. I don't know why I'm not fuming enough. It's just, I think I've kind of got used to it. The fact that Man City just keep getting away with their decisions in favor of them, and they keep getting the fucking rub of the green in with their rivals, with being us, getting on the end of some dodgy circumstances. The Kane challenge was disgraceful. Every pundit out there is saying it's a red card. It's clearly a red card. It just begs the question. Like, the fact is, I think the fact that hasn't got a decision, there's no real words for it. Like, if everyone is saying this was a clear red card, this was a clear penalty, then how are well qualified referees not giving the decision? I mean, it's crazy. It is kind of crazy. Just some individual performances then that perhaps were very good. Obviously, Robertson, I thought he had a good game. Klopp was giving him a lot of advice on the touchline, and I think Robertson showed great initiative to set up Jota, and Jota's such a funny player because he misses so many chances, but with his head, my word, he's incredible. And obviously, it's pretty impressive. He's not the tallest of players, but my word, some of the headed goals that he scores and positions he gets into is great. He can't really score from 3 yards out with his feet. So if the game was only played with his head, I think he'd probably be one of the best in the world. Trent Alexander-Arnold, obviously, I think he's been superb this season. Genuinely, like, it's another top-class performance. I really, really do think so. I sometimes feel like, I don't know, what I've seen this season, when we have kind of 3-on-2s, 3-on-3s, the front three could be connecting a bit better. In some ways, there wasn't too much. They need to make better decisions when we have a lot of space in front of us. And John Matip, I thought, was fantastic. I thought Konate was good. He was good. He was good, really good. I'd still want to see Van Dijk there for a long time, but I'm happy with Konate. I think he did well. Joel Matip is incredible. All I wanted to see from him is literally get a shooting practice session going. And when you make those long striding runs, actually take a shot at the end of it, because like, it's incredible. Like, you're taking on 3-4 players, and then just that final pass. Do I pass? Do I shoot? Just shoot. Literally test the keeper, get it on target, test the keeper. You might get a goal, corner out of it, reflect a deflection, all of this stuff. But yeah, look, I'll wrap it up there. With 3 points behind City, it's not great. We have a lot of players missing, but I don't know, this is to be expected. This is the kind of what we're used to. I don't want to fall short to Man City again. We've done it so many times. I still want to believe that we can go ahead and win the league. We have an incredible manager and an incredible squad. I do think Klopp could have and should have started Chamberlain. Tyler Morton clearly wasn't ready for the game. I don't really understand why Chamberlain wasn't playing this game. Like, Henderson, Thiago, Fabinho are out. Chamberlain's been playing a lot. He's playing against Spurs. Obviously, there's a bit of history there. Him being at Arsenal, playing against Spurs, could have been up for it. Tyler Morton was hiding in that first half. I thought Milner was kind of doing 2 jobs at once, which probably affected his overall standard of play. I think if Milner played at CDM, Chamberlain would have played just in the normal 8 position or whatever like that. Really bizarre to me. Really, really bizarre. And the 4-2-4, I didn't like it, because I'd like to see Salah on the right. I think he's much more effective. Opens the play, opens the pitch, and didn't really get on the ball in the second half at all. So I really don't want to see Salah playing down the middle. We've seen the quality he can bring from the right. So, yeah. Anyway, that's it. That's going to wrap it up. It's still going to bug me until our next game, obviously. I hope we win in this Carabao Cup quarter-final against Leicester. I genuinely have no idea what lineup's going to be announced, because obviously we don't know who's going to get COVID and not. We don't know who's going to recover. But yeah, up the Reds. Come on, the boys. You'll never walk alone. Come on, the Reds.